Not too many minutes ago, I recorded my youngest brother, Matthew's, stories of growing up with the supernatural. Well, as brothers do, we chatted about this and that, and one of those was our mutual memories of Mom's favorite story, the one she created herself that she thought was a children's story. Well, it's rather horrific, and I'll let you decide that for yourself. It does explain a little bit about why I decided to try to write horror stories as a young man. Hope you enjoy this.
I mean,
Well, here's
what
the story
mom
that she
tells a
told to me
story
was
tells a story to their kids like that?
once there was a poor hunter who lived in the woods in a mobile home. It was always a trailer, and it was just him and his wife and their little newborn baby. And he always would go out hunting every day and find something, to bring back home for him to cook. But for a few days, he found nothing. And then one day, he comes back home and he's got a single squirrel. And he's going, honey, start cooking this up because I'll go out and try to find something else. She goes, okay. So she starts making this squirrel stew. And she's so hungry that she takes a little bite of it to see if it's any good, because they don't have too many seasonings, what have you. She's so hungry it tastes delicious.
Yep.
So she takes another little bite, and then another little bite. Next thing you know, she realizes she's eaten the whole stew. And she's like, oh my goodness, what if he doesn't catch anything? He'll be so angry because I've eaten all of our food. And then she heard the baby crying in the next room. And she said, oh, there I have a solution. So she goes in and she kills the baby. She cut the baby up. And she made a stew out of it.
I'm laughing. What mom tells her kids stories?
I'm 5 years old. She's telling this is my nighttime story. so the hunter comes home.
No, go to sleep.
He's like, honey, I found nothing else. But thank God we have that. I got that squirrel. We have something to eat. And so he sits down. She gives him a bowl of stew. And she doesn't sit down to eat with him. He goes, aren't you going to eat? Aren't you hungry? She goes, no, I'm fine. You go ahead and eat. You did all the hunting. And he doesn't worry about it. He's so hungry himself, he doesn't think about it. So he starts eating the soup and the stew, and it's good. But then in his spoon comes up a little hand, the baby's hand. He looks at it, and he looks at her, and he says, where's our baby? And she breaks down and confesses what she's done, and that he's been eating their baby.
Oh my gosh.
And he gets so angry at her. He's, oh my God, you killed our baby and you fed him to me. And he takes his shotgun and he shoots her dead. And then he takes her body and he takes the stew, the baby stew, and he buries them both, digs a hole underneath the trailer and he buries them both underneath it. And that night he's laying in bed trying to sleep, and he hears his baby crying and he hears his wife crying. They're both weeping. And in total despair, because life just is so horrible, he killed himself too right then. The end.
Good night. Good night. Go to sleep.
Now,
you should probably edit that entire
tales.
portion out. You should probably edit that entire story portion out.
No,
So-
I might have it as a separate story.